Hello, welcome to Badatpad, where an me, Tri-Speed, and Game Content. So today we are just with this black screen for about 10 more seconds, but I just want to make a video for you guys to watch while the Puzzle Dragons main is happening to do some propaganda for Monster Hunter World that's released August 9th, 2018, 1 month from now-ish. Give or take 1 or 2 days, I think. This is like this. I don't know what today is. I have no idea what the date is, but very excited. Let's watch this epic trailer. I think then I'm going to talk about it a bit.
Wow. The new world.
It's New World. So pretty. I was just my first time watching it, giving me a real reaction, but it's not. That's us.
Be careful. You ready? Get to your posts now.
Wait for the epic. Oh my god, so cool. I don't know what monster that is. I know a lot of the other ones. It's Nergigante. It's arm wrestling. I don't know what that is. It's Rathalos from Pad. It's Diablos from Pad. It's Kieran from Pad. Don't know what that is. It's Legiana. Can't see. Diablo skin. No, oh my god. The epicest Nergigante ever. Shh. Monster Hunter World. August 9th, 2018. Whee! Cool. So, it's been out for a while on PS4, Xbox One. Let me just do a brief talk about this game, and I wonder if there's something more interesting I can put on this screen. I can go back to my Puzzle Dragon scene, maybe, and try to find something more interesting for you to see. Let's see what's on my Chrome. You guys get to see. Oh, it's Pad. Oh, I looked at what propaganda meant, because I was like, propaganda means bad normally, but this is good. Oh, I was trying to find Manticore stuff. Let's see. Monster Hunter. Let's just see what happens if we Google it and use that image as our background. Are there any cool... It's just the game screen. Whatever. I'll put up this, because this one's Monster Hunter World. A Monster Hunter World pick. Which is Nergigante, who is the flagship, by the way, of Monster Hunter World. So let me just do a brief talk about Monster Hunter, because it was one of my favorite games, you know, besides Puzzle and Dragons. If you're curious, I think off the top of my head, some of my favorite games of all time are Monster Hunter, Puzzle Dragons. What else do I like? I really like the Fire Emblem series. I really like the Phoenix Rise series. Really like the Kingdom Hearts series, and I like the Mass Effect series. Mass Effect is like the only other game I played on PC that's like a real PC game. Like not counting like MMOs, like free to play ones that I used to play in high school, like MapleStory. But Monster Hunter is such a fun game. It actually has a lot of parallels to Puzzle Dragons. This is just me trying to sell you the game, not sponsored. But when this game does come out on PC in a month, I'd like to start making some videos for it if I can. I do have a PC laptop. It's fine for gaming. It's not amazing. It's not terrible. But let me just tell you a little bit about Monster Hunter and the similarities to Puzzle Dragons. Number one, obviously, there's super cool dragons. I know Puzzle Dragons kind of puzzle and waifus, but Monster Hunter is like, you know, I guess it's like dragons. There's dragons in both of them, and they're really cool. And you've seen some of them if you are one of my viewers who does play Pad, which is probably almost all of you. You have seen some of them in the pretty good collab, which is the Monster Hunter collab. You know, Amatsu's, Nogre, Diablos. Monster Hunter is very similar to Puzzle Dragons in my opinion, because number one, both of them I think are very complex, deep games. And I think another funny note, which isn't exactly pro, is that neither of them are that great at the tutorial part. Like Pad, like if you don't want someone to lead you through Pad when you first start, like you're not gonna like be able to do anything. You're like, what's this special quest? What's it a Tamadra for? Like all that stuff, like all the million questions you probably have when you start Pad. Monster Hunter is kind of the same thing. There's not. I remember when I first got the game. Let's see if I have it over here. When I first got my first Monster Hunter game, which was this one, I was like, ooh, let's see if there's like a, you know, like a pamphlet or like a instruction. Inside the instruction is this, and it's literally one sheet of paper, and it has nothing about the game in it itself. But There's a very good another cool similarity. Another cool similarity is there's a very cool Monster Hunters fan base. They're very helpful. The Monster Hunter community is really cool, just like the Pad community is very cool and nice. But they're both very deep games with a lot of complexity to them. That's I think, and a lot of things you can really easily nerd out about and get really specific and I don't know, get really deep into and really nerd out about, which I really enjoy in a game. Another thing that's really similar about them is they're both one-player games. And I don't know if you noticed when I said that whole list of games, but I also happen to really enjoy mostly one-player games or player versus enemy kind of games. One thing I think is really cool about both Pad and Monster Hunter is that they it's like kind of like you against like some puzzle that the computer the puzzle of the game itself, like in Pad, like it's obviously this puzzle, and like when you're I don't know trying to beat beat the bosses, trying to figure out their mechanics, it's very similar in here, like fighting each monster, like fighting Nergigante Monster Hunter, or fighting Rathalos, fighting Zinogre, fighting all those things. It's like you kind of learn the monster like a puzzle and you like learn how to beat it, but it's really cool. What else is similar about them? Another similar thing is that Puzzle Dragon's leaders, you know how like playing with a different leader is, it's like its own experience, like playing with Amen versus playing with Dark Athena, and like it's very different experience, and like different people like prefer different things. Monster Hunter actually has a lot of depth in their weapon system. Playing with each weapon type, there's like 13 or 14, like to name a few: Sword and Shield, Lance, Bow, Bowgun, Insect Glaive, Hammer, Great Sword, Long Sword, Dual Blades, Charge Blade, Switch Axe, Light Bowgun. I don't forgot what I said, but playing each of those different weapons feels like playing a whole new game. It's like a new experience where you kind of have to start like practicing mastering your weapon. Kind of like you learn how to use the leader in Pad, you learn how to use your weapon. Think of playing a weapon, and you can just pick up new weapons whenever you want to. But it's kind of like in Super Smash Brothers, like playing a different character, even though it's like you with like just a different weapon. The play is like very much different. It's really cool. Like playing through a game. You can play through the whole game again with a weapon you didn't use the first time. It's like a whole nother experience. Yeah, I think those are just a few reasons why I like Monster Hunter. It's a very, I don't know, it's really, really cool game. I really enjoy it. Of course, it's like hella cool when you're fighting like giant dragons, like this thing. Like look at how small look how small this person is. Like trying to shoot their bow and stuff with this giant like thing. It's like the most epic thing in the world. Very epic feeling game. Really like action packed, has some strategy to it, and like there's like I don't know, it's just a really cool game series. I highly recommend if you haven't played the 3DS ones, even to pick those up. But if you play the PC one, we can actually co-op together. Maybe by maybe I mean like I don't know if we personally, you watching this video, can co-op with me, but I might like to co-op with some viewers, and it definitely has. Co-op, it's co-opable. Like you can hop in with like 3 other people and take on like freaking dragons, and it's super cool. Anyways, if you do play Monster Hunter, I don't know, friend me when I start playing those. Get hype for those videos I start to make on that PC over there. My main weapons that I played over the course of the series, I've only played two of the other games. I've played Monster Hunter 4 and Monster Hunter Generations. And my main weapons are Insect Glaive, which is basically like a 2-headed spear, and Sword and Shield. Those are my 2 good ones. Insect Glaive is the best. Sword and Shield, I played the second time. I'm like pretty good at it. I'm okay. And then like I dabbled with Lance, and I'm not that good at it. But I could like be easy stuff with Lance, but nothing hard. I might try Switch Axe this time, but I might end up going back to Insect Glaive, because Insect Glaive is like my tried and true. Anyways. If any of you who are new are interested, I will leave, or like you're like I want to like learn a little bit more about the game. I do highly recommend you do need to watch, if you're very new to the game, you do need to watch some weapon tutorials. There's a lot of information online about Monster Hunter in general, and the weapons kind of play the same through all of the games. So like looking up an old like from an old game, a Sword and Shield guide will be basically the same stuff as the new one. I mean, they have some small tweaks and cool things they add and take out, but you can definitely look at old game tutorials, old weapon tutorials for this game. I mean, actually, they already have weapon tutorials for Monster Hunter World for PS4 and Xbox, but I'd highly recommend, if you are interested in Monster Hunter, to look up a weapon tutorial early. If you're going to get PC when it comes out and you've never touch the game, look up a web tutorial, figure out what works for you. Probably don't play Greatsword because Greatsword as one of the most, it's a very end game. It's like playing Anubis Greatsword. You have to like be really good at the game, know the puzzle really well. Maybe start with a fast weapon like sword and shield. Very versatile. A jack of all trades. Insect glaive I recommend because it's a moderately fast weapon too. I'll leave some links to some people who I like who do some weapon tutorials on Monster Hunter stuff below. But I think that's the end of my Monster Hunter propaganda. Again, highly recommend home screen. Anyways, Monster Hunter. Oh, and those are Monster Hunter in case you're unaware. Rathalos, Zinogre, Brachydios, all in pad and all also in Monster Hunter, and you'll get to fight them. But do pick up the game. Do a little. I would like to play with you guys, and I think hopefully this computer can handle recording videos and playing that game. The graphics in this new Monster World are amazing. I'm like, oh my god, looking at the people who play the PS4 ones and Xbox ones, it just looks really fun, and really awesome. So pick it up. I highly recommend. If you like Puzzle Dragons, I really think you'll like Monster Hunter because to me, they're very similar games, and I do like them both for a lot of the same reasons. Anyways, that's it for me, and I'll see you next time, and see you after the maintenance, I guess. Oh no, it's doing the thing